Hi guys, so today we're going to do a review of the Colourpop Tie Dye Collection. I might be holding these both upside down. Nope, just this one. I was actually sent these by Maury. I'll have her Instagram link right here if I can figure that out. If I can't, it'll be linked down in the description regardless. But she sent these to me. These are the In a Trance and Aurora and Out. So the blue and purple color, which we all know that that's the one that I like best already. And then the green and bluey one, which is actually really pretty. So what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to do this eye Aura and Out and this eye In a Trance. So we can test these out and do first impressions with them. But I'm going to start off by saying, like, my eyebrows suck today. I know. There's nothing I can do. I worked on them for like a solid hour and I still hate them and I've redone them like 3 times and I'm like, can't change that shit. So, yeah, it's not really going to be a tutorial style, but more of a first impressions. Everyone knows what that is. So I'm going to start with a P. Louise base in the shade 0.5. And I'm just going to slap this on my lid. We're going to do one eye at a time. And I always put these just directly on the lid. Since we're only starting one eye at a time, we're going to just prime one eye at a time. No shit, Keely. But I like to pat the base out with a flat concealer brush. I like to take a beauty blender and just bounce that out. You do not want a thick, heavy layer of this base. It won't work well. It'll make your shadows weird. That's the best way to put it. So I think this eye, we're just gonna do something simple, and then this eye will be more difficult. So with the In a Trance palette, so we're gonna start with this shade, which is Transcendence. We're gonna take that on a fluffy blending brush. I'm using a Unit 205. Just gonna pick that up, tap it off. I find Colourpop shadows are quite, what's the word? They're quite kickbacky, which I don't have an issue with because at the end of the day, I find that the shadows that have more looser press, which makes them so kickbacky, they tend to have better pigmentation and blendability. Minus a few, and I think we all know we're talking about subculture. So I'm just blending that straight into the crease. It's very light. I think it's like, because it's a tie-dye collection, it's meant to not be like the most pigmented thing in the world. I mean, you gotta also think about what you're reviewing. So I'm just gonna pack and blend. So I'm just going to wipe off the excess from my brush and I'm just going to buff the edges. I like to do this before I actually blend because then it's like a pre-blend. Because I'm lazy and I don't want to blend. And then we're just going to take a random brush from when I ordered a $16 brush set on Amazon, and we're going to take Clarity. And we're going to take Clarity, and then we're just going to use that to buff everything out. I just realized I said the names wrong because they're backwards on the back of the palette. So the first shade we took was actually Up Level, and then this shade is actually Daydream Baby. I'm just apparently tired because I hadn't slept today. Because I get off work at 6 in the morning. And I needed to film. And I've been lazy and I haven't filmed. And I don't need you guys to be mad at me. So this is actually one of the sequin formulas, and see, the thing I like about sequins is they can have shimmer or they can not. And that sounds confusing as fuck as first. But if you tap them, most of the glitter flies away, and they work similar to a matte shadow. So we're just gonna use this to blend. Just extending that as far as it'll go. We want nice and soft because we're just doing something simple. And then for the last step, basically, minus the, we're just gonna take mind's eye on our finger. We're just gonna tap that all over the lid. Sometimes I don't mind a deeper shimmer all over the lid because it looks like a deeper shadow. Honestly, this is so pretty. This is such a pretty fucking palette. But we're gonna tap. And then I'm gonna take the brush that I originally used to put this color in the crease. We're just gonna take the tiniest bit of it and we're gonna buff that shimmer in. I want it to kind of like mesh with the shimmer. And honestly, that's gonna be all we do with this eye until we do the lower lash line, which I just take the crease colors normally and put them on the under eye because I'm lazy. So we're gonna move on to the Aura and Out palette. We're gonna do a little look with that. I think we're gonna do a spotlight eye because I've been really into those. I did my first one a little while ago and then I was like, oh, well, that looks pretty. Let's do 5,000 more, Keely. And the best thing about doing these is I wear glasses on the regular, so I can't see and I can't have a mirror like this close up to my face because then you guys can't see. Because that's how things work. So far I like to the In a Trance palette, mostly because it's purple. Mostly because it's purple, but also because, like Colourpop shadows, it blends easily. It's cheap. And it worked good. I did a very quick, simple eye look with it. So now we're going to take the Aura and Out palette. Okay. So, with this one, I always like to take a deeper shade, but in these palettes there's not really any deep shades. Like that was about as deep as we could get this. So I'm gonna take the green and go and hope for the best. So we're going to take Fresh Cut. So we're gonna take Fresh Cut on a Sigma E30. We're gonna tap that up. Make sure that we're actually putting the shadow on it. Oh, that's pigmented for like a lime green. Honestly, any color, but like me realizing that like you guys can't see it, but trust me, it's there. But like any color except a neutral brown is hard to make. Everyone's like, oh, green's the hardest, oh, purple's the hardest. They're all hard, it sounds like. They all sound like they're difficult. But no, this is good. This applies smoothly. It's not patchy. It's very bright, which I know you can't really see because of the lighting. But she's pretty. And when we kind of got like the deep shade, this is our deep shade, yes. In this entire palette, this is the deep shade. Which I don't understand. I think with tie-dye, you can also have deep shades. But who am I? Nobody. So anyways, after that, we're going to take a unit 203. This is like the unit brushes, there's like a eye roll of brushes that are 30 bucks for like 5. It's like not a bad deal, and they're pretty good. I kind of like them. So we're going to take Eurovision, which is also one of those sequin formulas, and I'm going to just use that to blend the green shade out. You know what? It actually goes really nicely with that shade. But yeah, this shade is very, very light, which I have no problem with, but don't know how it's going to work on someone who may be deeper than me, because this would be like a, well, basically anybody deeper than me, this shade won't show up, or it'll be too light and it may come off ashy. But it is pretty, and if you can get it to work for you, so far I'm recommending it. But I'm going back into that green shade to bring some of it up a little more, because I definitely want that to be shown. And then we're just going to take a big fluffy brush into Young Love, using a Sigma E40. We're just going to take that white shade and use it to buff out the edges to make it smooth. And then for in the middle of the spotlight, I'm going to take my NYX glitter primer. We're going to take that on that concealer brush, and we're just going to put it in the middle of the spotlight because I'm going to use the glitter. And I never use a Colourpop glitter, so like, you should be proud. I don't like glitter. And people, like, I like the look of glitter. I don't like the aftermath. Because it looks so pretty, but it is so difficult. But when you take this, you want to put majority of the product right in the middle, and then take it outwards from there. Because you want majority of the product to be in the middle and then go out. Boop, doop, doop, doop. And for glitters, I would always glitter prime. But I would also recommend it just in general. So we're gonna take Energetics. Use my pinky finger because that's how shit works best. And I'm just gonna pop that on the middle. I'm also gonna say, just because I do it doesn't mean you can. Do as I say, not as I do. These glitters are not eye safe. Which means if you get one in your eye, you can't sue me. Because I said don't do it. So that's such a pretty, it has like goldy and green reflex in it. Honestly, Colourpop glitters are gorgeous. If I liked glitter, which I don't. I do like self-adhesive glitters because they're kind of pretty. And the adhese, that's a word. But they adhese without needing a glitter primer, and for me to have to do extra work, and then they come off a little easier, I find. But I'm just taking that green shade and patting it along the edges to kind of blend those together, even though it's not regular shimmer. And honestly, that's how it looks. Don't mind the glitter in my lashes. This is why I don't like glitter. But I'm gonna put the rest of my face on and I'll be right back. And okay, so we finished the eye look and added some lashes and my base. And I'm loving these individual eyes. Here, I'm gonna come towards you. Look at that. That's so pretty, and I don't like glitter. Also, yes, I know this eyelash is wonky. But is there anything I can do about it? No. I've been awake for like 24 hours. I'm taking this off as soon as I'm done, but anyways. Let's get into the final thoughts. I like this. I like this collection. I think they could have added a deep shade into each palette. Tie-dye isn't only like colors. But it's Colourpop standard formula. Like when you're reviewing these, there's not much you can say besides that. It's Colourpop's standard formula. I like the color stores. I wish there was at least one deep matte in there. But other than that, they're pretty fucking good. I like what I came up with. Are you gonna get a ton of different looks out of these? No. You're gonna get only a couple different looks unless you start adding palettes together. And when I do an eye look, I like to keep the same palette because that makes it easier for someone who may not have, like they may have this palette, but maybe they don't have this one, you know? And I wouldn't want to create a look with these two because then they'll feel like they can't recreate it maybe. And I know like there's always that option to like dupe shades in your collection, but it's honestly just easier for me as well. So I like them. I think that if they are your color story, they float your boat, they rock your ocean, then I totally recommend them. Colourpop standard formula, beautiful shimmers. The fucking glitters are in there, but they're, I mean, what can you do? So double thumbs up from me, and I wanted to say thank you again, Maury. I appreciate these so much. I'm so excited. I also bought the highlighter myself, but it won't be here for a while because I'm in Canada. But yeah, that's it. Bye.